But we do have to do a double battle now. This is a double battle. It's been quite a while since we've seen a double battle, so it's a little bit weird planning for it, just because it's... My God, when was the last double battle we did? I don't know. It's been a very long time. It's been, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18... 19 fights ago was the last double battle, which is basically like 6 months at the rate that I'm doing this. Sorry, VOD channel. Every battle now is starting to get nerve-wracking because we're going deep. We're starting to go deep, and it's intimidating. If you wipe, you spend almost 300 hours on something that won't make it to the main channel. Why won't it make it to the main channel? If I wipe, this is going on the main channel, chat. People will point and laugh at my loss. It's a pretty damn good first attempt, regardless. Alright, so. The double battle. Art of the double battle. So, I was scared for a moment. I was like, did we damage Peanut too much? I was like, why is it blinking red? Apparently, it's blinking red even if it's above 10% HP. So, Peanut is going to use Earthquake. Earthquake, it has a life orb, and we'll be using Earthquake. So we're at 30 HP on Peanut, 148 HP on P. The P-Peanut combo. Peanut Earthquakes. But Greninja, pretty fast, kind of a demon, does a lot of damage here. And it also has, it's kind of a creature. And we're gonna hit everybody with Earthquake. Greninja, fortunately, is a dark type, and P kind of has a decent attack stat. So, first impression, out-prioritizes everything that Greninja can do and kills it. So, we're gonna be killing Greninja in one hit. Bang. So this kills Greninja, because it out-prioritizes everything. Greninja goes down. And now Peanut will be using Earthquake to also one-shot the Pincurchin. That brings it down below half, which emergency exits it out. Why is it not exiting out? Why? Where is the... Oh my goodness, okay. Whew. Okay. Yeah, so, now we exit out into Dino Nugget. Peanut has survived, just barely, which is intended. So, we have done this pretty delicately. Why did Dino Nugget get XP for that? That's weird. And it's kind of bad, because if we level up mid-battle, it could mess with our ranges. So... Grassy Surge activates. Now, they have priority Grassy Glide and a bunch of other nonsense. So here's the situation. Rillaboom sees that I kill it with Dino Nugget. And so it sees that in its death throes or whatever, as a last-ditch effort, it's gonna throw out a Grassy Glide. It gives Grassy Glide a score of 11, I believe. Grassy Glide's also the highest damaging move, so it's 17. It gives Grassy Glide is its strongest move against Archeops, and it's about to die, so it gives it a score of either 17 or 19. Random chance. But it also has Fake Out. And Fake Out has a default score of +9. But when it sees that Fake Out can kill, it gets an additional boost and goes to a score of like 21, I think. Which means that it is always going to Fake Out Peanut here. Delmise sees that it can kill both Dino Nugget and Peanut, but because Peanut is slower, it will attack Peanut. Delmise sees that I can kill it, but because Grassy Glide isn't its strongest move against Archeops, it will not use Grassy Glide against Archeops, and it will instead use a pure random move on Peanut. So we're going to swap out Peanut to save its life, and Hot Pot's going to take some pretty big hits here. It's going to take a fake out and another strong move from the anchor. And Acrobatics should kill Rillaboom. Now, here's the thing. This is a very complicated interaction on this turn based on priority brackets and random damage rolls. Dino Nugget, if we missed a detail, Dino Nugget could just die if they double attack Dino Nugget, or if Delmise even single attacks Dino Nugget. If we missed a detail, Dino Nugget could go down here. I don't think we missed any details. We went over it for like 30, 45 minutes to verify that all the scores were correct. But it's a very complicated interaction with a lot of different layers to determine all of the scorings of what moves are going to be used by the AI. If we miss something on this turn, Dino Nugget is dead. I don't think it will die. We should see a double target on Torkoal, and this Acrobatic should kill Rillaboom. So, we want to see a fake out on Hot Pot. Yes! Okay. That's good. Rillaboom goes down. And now Delmise also attacks Hot Pot. Yes, good. Whew. Big. Scary, but we're good. Alright, so now we defeated all of one trainer's Pokemon, which means it's only the other trainer left. So now Delmise is going to, I think, just attack randomly, because I don't think it can kill either Pokemon. Delmise does not... Actually, it's going to guaranteed attack Dino Nugget now, because it does not see that it kills... I believe it... Delmise has a 90% chance to Grassy Glide, and a 10% chance to use a different move. Like Steel Roller with the Steel Gem and the Steel Worker. So, Hot Pot will need to switch to Hydreigon here. And because... Dino Nugget's going to be taking a crazy hit, we need to switch to a Pokemon that is able to take a hit. Licorice is able to take that hit of either Steel Roller or Power Whip. Power Whip will make it so we don't use our Citrus Berry, but it's basically a 50-50 here. Okay. So Acai comes out. Dino Nugget switches, and Licorice is going to take a Power Whip or Steel Roller. We want to see Power Whip, I think. Or Grassy Glide. 90% of the time it was using Grassy Glide. We knew this. Right. Now, because the AI... because the AI sees that we don't kill it in one hit, it will not try and outspeed me with Grassy Glide. The thing is, I do outspeed it with both Pokemon and kill it, but the AI doesn't realize that. It's not smart enough, so... I believe Dark Pulse and Smart Strike is able to cancel this thing's life out. The level cap right now is 85. The reason why we're not leveled up to 85 is because we need to be lower leveled for Tate and Liza's gym, which is a double battle gym. You can see in this fight, we had Donphan at really low HP, so the AI would target it. In gyms, you cannot pre-damage your Pokemon. So instead of pre-damaging, we're just going to have really low-leveled Pokemon to bait attacks. So we're only leveling up Pokemon if we absolutely have to clear a battle. So now Clawitzer comes out. Clawitzer has 125 speed. Unfortunately, Hydreigon and Corviknight both outspeed it. And Clawitzer has a Focus Sash, so we do need to double up on attacks, but a Draco Meteor and a Brave Bird gets the job done here. But I really like the Earthquaking our own Golisopod to eject it out after it attacks. That was such a cool little strategy. I'm not sure if we've used that before. It is nice. Anyways, there's the fight. We win. Another battle down. On to the next fight, I suppose. Alright, another fight. Let's fight Swimmer Cranberry. All this for a random swimmer. Yep. There's only one more mandatory fight before the gym? Ah? We should definitely try and get Sneasler before the gym, though, right? Like, that's just a that's just kind of like a given. Alright, let's go. Fight time! Next fight, Swimmer Cranberry. Took quite a while to figure this guy out, but, it's, the Azumarill. The huge power Azumarill is a bit of a demon, but we figured it out. Slurpuff, it has a Focus Sash. It has Unburden, so if it uses the Focus Sash, it doubles its speed. It also has Sticky Web, you know, the Sticky Web thing that throws on the ground. Kind of annoying. But it's fine. It's fine. It also has Misty Explosion, so, like, if we actually brought it down to 1 HP, it would just explode and kill everything. So, Kangaskhan, the rare fight, it outspeeds Slurpuff by 2 points at level 85, which is fantastic, and it has Fake Out and Last Resort, and guess what? I think you can guess the strategy that we're gonna go for here. Fake Out to break the Focus Sash. Bang. Slurpuff finched. And Last Resort to kill. Because that's our last move. Now we go down to below 165 HP. And that baits in Nidoqueen, the only Pokemon on their team that outspeeds and kills. So it's going to use Sludge Wave or Earth Power now, because those are the highest damaging moves. So we just switch in Flygon on a Sludge Wave or Earth Power. Sludge Wave, that was a higher chance. It can't poison because it has Sheer Force, takes that ability away. And Flygon at level 83 outspeeds in one-shots with Earthquake with a Soft Sand, so that should be pretty straightforward. And now, because we outspeed everything on the opposing team, they're just going to send in the first Pokemon that doesn't die and can kill me, which is going to be Azumarill. And Azumarill sees a kill with Play Rough or Ice Punch. So it's going to use Play Rough or Ice Punch. It also has Belly Drum, but it can't use it because it sees a kill with Play Rough and Ice Punch. So it's going to be using one of those moves, which Arcanine takes pretty well. I almost made a mistake. We're supposed to U-turn out because we do outspeed. I don't think it mattered anyways if I switched, but we're just going to follow the line that I've written down here. Level cap is 85, but again, we're not at 85 because the Tate and Liza gym, we need to be under level 4. So there's Play Rough, and I've realized something. I'm wondering if it lowered my attack there and I didn't show kill, could it have used Belly Drum on this turn? But I think the answer is no, now I'm thinking about it. Because it has Aqua Jet, which deals 99% of my HP, and it'll always go for a fast kill over a Belly Drum. So it's going to be using Aqua Jet here. It's going to use Aqua Jet on my level 79 Meganium, who takes Aqua Jet pretty well. Good, there's Aqua Jet. And now, we get to see a little quirk of the AI. The AI, because we outspeed and show that we kill this Azumarill in one hit with our Leaf Storm, it will always prioritize its priority moves. It'll give a huge buff to the priority move score. And so it just is going to use Aqua Jet because it's like, I'm about to die, I got to get some damage in. But that kind of just allows us to do whatever we want because it's always going to Aqua Jet. It'll only not Aqua Jet if it sees that it can kill me with another move, and then it'll only use that move like 10% of the time, which is totally fine. So basically, it's going to Aqua Jet this turn, and we're going to Synthesis this turn. Which brings us back up to full HP. And now, we are free to use whatever move we want. Like Magical Leaf, which can deal a little bit of chip, which won't kill it, but again, it thinks we can at any point, so it's just going to keep using Aqua Jet. So we can Magical Leaf, as it's going to use Aqua Jet. Not going to kill. In fact, it'll activate its Citrus Berry. And now it's going to Aqua Jet again, so we Synthesis to get back to full HP. Like, it thinks it's on the verge of death every single attack. Which is kind of silly. And now, again, it's going to Aqua Jet, so I can Magical Leaf. And we do this little dance where it thinks it's going to die, but I'm not going to kill it, because I don't want to use Leaf Storm, because I don't want to lower my special attack. So again, we Synthesis. If we lower our special attack, then Wailord could come in early. And we want Wailord to come in last because it has Self-Destruct. There's the Wailord in the back. If we lower our special attack, sometimes Wailord can see that, oh, hey, they can't kill me anymore. But anyways, after this little dance, no problem with the crit. We're able to kill Azumarill, and because we one-shot the Wailord and the Wailord does not one-shot me, Snorlax has to come in next. And now we have an interesting situation because Snorlax can either use Body Slam or Belly Drum. And it's not quite a 50-50, but it's pretty close to a 50-50. And Belly Drum is kind of terrifying, right? The thing is, our Meatloaf just handles this guy. There's Belly Drum. And this Snorlax is a little spooky because it has a Custat Berry and Gluttony. So it's going to eat its Custat Berry, like, right now. The thing is, a Custat Berry makes the Pokemon move first in the priority bracket. It is not a priority move. And we have Mach Punch. We're burned. A burned Mach Punch from a level 84 Meatloaf always deals 53%. So, Mach Punch will just kill now. Custat Berry activates. It acts faster, but it didn't act fast enough. Bang. Alright, it's down. Now, the last Pokemon comes in. And the last Pokemon is it's a little scary, I'll be honest. It is a Wailord with a Water Gem and Water Spout, which is just 150 base power at full HP with the stab, it just has a lot of nonsense. But we calced it out, and I'm pretty sure Acai just switches in on a Water Spout. It just switches in on a Water Spout. It just takes a Water Spout. There's the Water Gem, Water Spout. Whoa! There we go. And now the Water Gem's been used. Its strongest attack is still Water Spout. So it's just going to use Water Spout again. The thing is, I outspeed. So, we might as well just hit it with a Draco Meteor. There. Now, Wailord's a stupid baby. It can't self-destruct because it's the last Pokemon. Lil Bro's at, like, yeah, look at that. Nothing. Nothing. This stupid baby. And then Draco Meteor at half damage obviously still kills. Boom. Another fight down. Alright. And then we have to fight... Oh, what the heck is this next trainer? Oh. Psychic Surge? Is that what I'm seeing? Oh my god, dude. Whatever. Another riskless fight. Okay, this is the final fight before Tate and Liza's gym. The last required fight before Tate and Liza's gym, rather. Our fourth fight today. We are fighting Triathlete Aubrey, who is honestly kind of a little demon. She has 6 Pokemon, and it is a Misty Terrain set. This is the Psychic Terrain Triathlete Aubrey. She's awful. Everybody hates her, except people that got Mega Beedrill, because Mega Beedrill 1v6s this fight, which is absurd. That you can just use one Pokemon to take on the entire fight, but I digress. We're gonna use 6 Pokemon to do this instead of 1 Beedrill. Here we go. A monad is a monoid in the category of endofunctors. What the heck is this lady talking about? We've calculated this fight out, and the fights right now are becoming just very delicately balanced. They're delicately balanced dances. Like this Psychic Surge Indeedee. This Indeedee has Expanding Force to deal tons of damage, Dazzling Gleam, Mystical Fire, and Calm Mind. It also has a Focus Sash, so it can just survive any one hit. And you can't use Fake Out because Psychic Terrain cancels priority moves. So, because we can't Fake Out to break the Focus Sash on Indeedee, it's a little bit awkward to try and kill Indeedee. We could have done it with a Life Orb Archeops with dual Wing Beat, but we found that our little chicken actually does a pretty good job with Fling. Because this isn't Fake Out, it's not a priority move, Greninja's just really fast. And flinging a King's Rock, Fling's Rock, always flinches. So, we can start by Fling to break the Focus Sash. It's a dark move, it's super effective, and it guaranteed flinches. And King's Rocks are infinitely purchasable. Well, granted, you have the money. Now, Dark Pulse finishes it off. And we are pre-damaged to 146 for 2 reasons. The first reason is to bait out this Alakazam. This Alakazam is it's kind of evil. It outspeeds everything that I have. Everything. And it has Psychic Terrain. So Expanding Force does an insane amount of damage. Fortunately, this is a Dark type, so it only sees a kill with Dazzling Gleam. And it sees a kill with Dazzling Gleam because I am pre-damaged. So, it will be using Dazzling Gleam on this turn. And we have specifically leveled Escargot to 82 to take a Dazzling Gleam now. So here's Dazzling Gleam. We cannot get critical hit because of our shell armor. Beautiful, right? Fantastic. And now, because Alakazam is a frail little baby, X-Scissor will kill. We do need to take 1 hit first. Expanding Force. Now, Expanding Force does a lot of damage, but we leveled ourselves to guaranteed survive and stay above 8%, or stay above 5%, but below 25% to always activate that berry, to leave ourselves with 135 HP, which brings us out of range of the Primarina from seeing a kill on us, and puts us in range of a Flapple Hidden Power Fire. So Flapple is going to come in now, and Flapple is going to use a Hidden Power Fire because it sees a kill. So, Hidden Power Fire, it's a good move only against quad weak Pokemon. Which means that we can just switch in a Pokemon that resists it and take it very, very easily. So we take almost no damage on Corncob. And now, we wanted Corncob to take a very minimal amount of damage because of the Pokemon that comes after this Flapple. So let's just kill it with Draco Meteor, get it out of the way. Draco Meteor can't miss in this. And it does guaranteed kill. And there is another Pokemon that is even faster than Corncob. Our 247 speed Corncob. That Pokemon is Weavile. And Weavile sees a kill with Triple Axle. We are at high HP. The big puzzle with this fight, one of the big puzzles, was this Weavile's Pursuit, because it could Pursuit Trap us. If we're in and we're on low HP, it could technically kill us with Pursuit. So the fact that we're on high HP, and it has a Dark Gem with Pursuit, so it's just brutal. Stab, Dark Gem, Pursuit, brutal. But this situation allows it to only use Triple Axle, and our level 79 Hot Pot, which we have not leveled up because we need to keep it a low level because it is a Protect Pokemon, which is incredibly important to have low level Protect Pokemon for the Tate and Liza gym. Hot Pot is able to handle this. Triple Axle. So, Hot Pot, send it, buddy. We take the 1. We take the 2. And we take the 3. Alright. So there's a triple axle. Hit all 3 times. Now, because Hot Pot is kind of just a defensive creature, we're actually able to take 2 more hits from this Weavile, and we can just kill it with Heat Wave. We can't get crit. We have Shell Armor. So yeah, we can just Heat Wave and kill Weavile. It's going to take 2 hits, but yeah, we'll take a Cycle Cut. Who cares? Whatever. Citrus Berry activates. Cool. Hit a Heat Wave. Bang. It's gonna hit me again. Again. Who cares? Bang. Cycle Cut. Can't crit. No one asked. Alright. So, now, 2 Pokemon left, but the fight wasn't over, because we were in a really precarious place now. Hot Pot is getting close to leveling up. That's a little scary. This Primarina is a problem because it has Throat Spray and a bunch of sound-based moves. It has Hyper Voice and it has Sing, which was troubling. The only way we figured out how to beat this Primarina is to get a Pokemon in for free. Like a Pokemon without having taken any damage. Which is kind of hard when it could get a +1 boost. But we figured it out. We can switch into Chicken, who can take either a Hyper Voice or a Psychic. It has been pre-damaged to 146 very specifically, so it can survive a Hyper Voice or a Psychic. If it uses Psychic, it is still dead to Draining Kiss, which was very important. But there's a Hyper Voice. We take the hit. It gets its little boost. And it was a 50-50 between that and Psychic. Unfortunately, used that one. I think this is the slightly scarier one, but I think we're still okay. Anyways, it is now at +1 special attack. So it kills me with either Hyper Voice or Draining Kiss. It kills me with either Hyper Voice or Draining Kiss. So it's going to use a random move, but it isn't going to use Psychic, which was the important thing. We didn't want it to use Psychic on P. P has been pre-damaged, so even if it didn't get the boost, it used Psychic and then Draining Kiss on me. P would have gone down below 50% and would have gotten emergency exited out. But it's going to take a lot of damage potentially. It could go down to as low as 5 HP here when it gets hit with Draining Kiss, its strongest move. If it crits, we're going to go down real low. Alright. But anyways, our Citrus Berry activates. We go back up in HP. But because we went below 50%, emergency exit activates, we get kicked out, and we get to send in our level 69 Asparagus for free. Again, we didn't want to level this Pokemon up because it is a Protectmon for the next gym. So, we have Asparagus here. Level 69 Sceptile. Silly guy. It will be leveling up right now, though. I've just realized. Hopefully, not an issue. We'll find out when we get there. But anyways, it's holding a Life Orb. And at level 69 with a Life Orb in Overgrow range, so under 1/3 of its HP, its grass moves get a 50% boost. It just kills this Primarina in a single hit. It outspeeds and kills Primarina in a single hit at level 69. It just can't take a hit in return. So we got it in for free when we're free to Leaf Storm here. Just gonna triple check everything. Yes. Boom. Primarina goes down, and Asparagus levels up, which is a little unfortunate. We want to keep them low leveled, but, you know, we're doing the best we can here. Alright. Asparagus is trying to learn Solar. Is this important to learn? Is this ever good? I feel like no, right? Leaf Storm is just better. I don't think we have many sun battles left in the entire game. We're kind of past the sun fights. But I think in any of those fights, we're just going to use either Leaf Storm or Energy Ball. And if we really need it, we have the TM. We just have the TM. So I think we just delete Solar Beam. Stop learning Solar Beam? Yes, so we're going to stop learning Solar Beam here. Solar Blade. Buddy. No, you're not learning Solar Blade. So now the last Pokemon comes out, Slowbro, and Slowbro is scary because it has Curse, it has Slack Off, it has Body Press, it has Liquidation, and it now has a boosted Special Defense. Fortunately, due to the Life Orb and the Leaf Blade, we show that we outspeed and two-shot it, which means it cannot use Curse on this turn, and, I mean, it has to go for the kill anyways, because it does see a kill with either Liquidation or with Body Press. So it will be using one of those moves. And P is actually going to be the one to handle Slowbro. So we switch in P, who is actually getting its second kill today. Second kill? I think it's second kill today, yeah. Takes a Body Press. That's the weakest move. Idiot. Idiot. Stupid. Stupid. We did get exited out, which is it's a little awkward, but I think it's probably fine. I think we just switch into literally anything. I guess we go back to Asparagus. Yeah, we planned for this. We knew if this happened, it would be totally chill. Yeah, so we're gonna switch in P again. It's gonna Body Press again. That was a little awkward. Okay. So now we're gonna Leech Life to get a bunch of HP back. And something really funny could happen right now. Because we're going above half. If it gets a crit, we could go below half. A high roll crit. Ah, we didn't though. Alright. Well, that's the fight. It's over. We Leech Life again and that kills. Waste a turn. I'm not gonna waste a turn. I'm not gonna mess around here, alright? Slowbro's down. And that is every required trainer before Tate and Liza's gym. But that doesn't mean the fights are over yet. Tate and Liza's gym. There is an encounter that we need to get before Tate and Liza's gym. A very important encounter. A chance at Sneasler, which is a top 5 Pokemon in the game. Apparently, it is incredible. It is almost as good as the legendary Cubfu. Or Urshifu, rather. That is what I have been told. And apparently, it just kills everything it touches. But, we have to do one fight before we can get into that cave. Senior and Junior Kim and Iris. Honestly, I'm looking at this, though. I think we just Rock Slide spam when we win. I'm pretty sure we just Rock Slide spam when we win. But I can't do any more today. I'm starting to get tired. We will continue this next week.